Hello. That's it. That's the podcast.
High contrast to those two introductions.
Yeah.
Very different, both equally good, I think.
There's room for debate.
Pleasing vocals, fart noises. It takes all kinds.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
So this is the Goose Chase podcast.
Yeah. Welcome back. Or if you're new to the podcast, we're so sorry.
Let's just apologize at the door.
Yeah, it is another fantastic week. Here in...
Would you say it's fantastic?
Not really. I don't know. Man, it's so hard. It's like winter is breaking. It's my constant refrain. I just can't wait for it to... Today, I was filled with visions of vacation and adventure. And in particular, I want to go back again to Allegheny National Forest. Mm-hmm. So today, I don't know if it was just the fact that it's been rainy for a couple of days. I was feeling
rainy
a little bit
like
gloomy.
the Allegheny.
Sure, yes. And I was thinking about... Was that the dog
That's
groaning?
the dog.
I was thinking about going back to the Kinzu Dam and the Allegheny Forest and how pretty it was. And then I got on YouTube and I started looking up drone videos of people going over, the river, and I just got obsessed. Like I'm feeling a primal need to experience summertime.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a vacation coming up.
True.
And we're going to Wisconsin.
Which is going
a place colder than
True.
it is here.
True. But a place cooler as well.
The particular place we're going, yes.
Yeah.
Madison's a pretty cool town.
Pretty sweet place.
And we're going to hang out with some pretty cool people.
Yeah.
And I think that is pretty great.
Cool times doing cool things with cool people, I'd say that's pretty
I'm
cool.
purred happily.
The story of this vacation is that it's going to be away from home.
That's true.
Oh, man. No, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, too.
So in news related to this podcast, it sounds like... So we're not going on this little trip alone.
Right.
We're going with friend of the podcast, Laura. Well, friends of the podcast, Laura and TJ. I don't know if TJ really listens, but he's still our friend.
Yeah. Right.
It's not a requirement that you listen to the show. But they will be coming over on a Wednesday, and I think we're going to try to have them on our podcast that week.
That'd
because
be cool.
It's going to work out. And Laura listens all the time, and she's given us a lot of great suggestions for
She gave
topics.
us last week's
Yeah.
Starlight episode.
Yeah, so it would be really fun to have them on the show, and I think that's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually starting to vision. Like you plan a vacation, and it's not real until a certain amount of time before the vacation actually happens. It's real now.
I told Trish this at work today because we were talking about our respective vacations, and I was like, I plan on doing nothing but eating, drinking, and playing games.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's all I really plan on doing. And anything else that happens aside from that is just going to be bonus. But
Yeah.
I know that's what we're going to do.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say those things are definitely going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had an idea that maybe we could get a growler of some beer.
Yeah.
From Noble Creature. It's just that they're only open a few days a week right now.
I think if we...
Would it be good by the time we go? Because we have to get it the weekend before, basically.
So here's the deal. If you get a growler and it's topped off and they seal it nice and tight, that'll keep. That'll keep just fine. It's when you open it and pour some and close it and open it and pour it. It's like it's like a 2 liter of Pepsi where it loses its carbonation because there's more space in the thing for it to dissipate. But if you top that bad boy off, you take that bad boy to Wisconsin, you cross state lines with alcohol, which I'm sure is totally legal. I don't know.
Let's
what the
talk
rules.
about it some more.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it'd be a great idea. Bring some nice local Youngstown flair.
Yeah.
To a place that already has plenty of goddamn
Let's
beer.
bring more beer to the beer place.
Right.
But it's our beer, and I'm just in love with Noble Creatures.
Yeah, they are fantastic. If anyone's listening to this and is in the Youngstown area and hasn't been, go to Noble Creatures.
And
It's very
especially,
cool.
they're planning on opening their kitchen, and I'm excited for that because they also want to expand their hours when they do that. They eventually want to be open for brunch,
Yeah.
and I'm all about this.
Yeah, no, it seems like they're right now, they are the current toast of the town.
Yeah, and also, they deserve it. They're really good people.
Yeah, they seem cool enough to me.
They seem to have their shit together. Like, they know what they're doing.
Good beer.
The beer is amazing.
Very good beer.
I can't say enough good, happy, positive things about them. I just went again last Friday with my sister-in-law and just had a really, really fun time.
Yeah, right.
And I never have a bad time when I'm there.
I mean, it's also cool because, first of all, the fact that it's in, like, what was a former church is a really cool setting to begin with.
And they've done really good decorating. Like, it's just really nice and comfortable in there.
It's got this old-timey Germanic beer hall feel to it that is so cool.
Yeah, and I sat at one of the booths the last time I was there, which you and I haven't done before.
Right, we were in standing room only when we were there.
Right, and they're made out of, like, church pews, and they are some of the most comfortable, spacious booths. And, I'm not a small person.
Yeah,
So
right.
usually
Nor
I
am
have to smush into a booth and my belly's, like, at the table, and it's uncomfortable, and I don't like it. But this is, like, a good amount of space between me and the table on both sides of the table, and it was really surprisingly comfortable for a church pew.
Yeah. No,
So I
I love everything about that place. I wish them nothing but the most success in the world.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool to take that out of town with us and share that with somebody that, when people aren't close to something like that.
Yeah, and they're going to come see the owners are going to come see some derby.
Right.
So
Pretty.
that'll be fun.
Pretty good.
Do we have anything else to talk about?
Not really, other than teasing our upcoming wing nightmare in the middle segment, which we talked about last week. So that's coming up. We have wings ready.
Yes, you got your sauce.
We got the Hot Ones Last Dab 2 million plus Scoville hot sauce.
We intentionally waited to try it
Yes.
until today because we said we would.
I've been holding off on this. I am a little bit scared.
Me too. I'm more scared than you because you're better at hot stuff than me.
Yeah.
I have a variety of beverages on deck, and I plan on getting some ice cream as well.
I was going to say, a small concern. We have no milk, but we do have ice cream.
Well, we also have non-dairy ice cream, which is good for me. We have a little bit of the almond milk
Right.
ice cream, so that's probably what I'll have.
Okay. I don't know how that works as far as cooling down hot sauce.
Well, it's cold and it's creamy, so that's all I'm relying on there.
Gotcha. I know there's something special about milk, though.
Yeah, but even when you watch people on Hot Ones, once you get to a certain point of hot, there's nothing that's going to help, really.
I think so.
So,
Yeah, that's true. Oh boy, that really sounds loud, doesn't it?
yeah.
The sound in the vents
And that's
is
what
extra loud.
happens when the gates of hell open up.
I guess so. Very windy. I really want to do something
we
about
don't
that.
have the lights right.
That's right, we don't.
Let's fix the lights.
All right, hold on. I'll just do that. I gotta have a little ambiance in this room. God damn it!
Yeah.
Trying to do a professional podcast over here. Damn it!
Normally we have nice dim lighting, and right now we have the
What am I
garish.
doing?
The garish. Okay, Bill Burr, how'd you get in here? The overhead light on, and it was
Oh,
kind of
it's still
hurting
in
my
here.
eyes.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, we gotta have the. I thought of it because I was like, God is not communicating to me through the Genesee sign.
That's right. We have
There
this.
we go.
We have this Genesee sign which blinks in Morse code to tell us secret messages, which we sometimes share with you.
Yeah, and we don't always know what the messages are because we don't know Morse code. So,
I still think we should learn it.
so there's probably a pending apocalypse that we're not warning you about because we haven't learned Morse code because we're assholes.
We were too busy to save the planet. What are you gonna do?
Die with everyone else.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the wings coming up in a
Yes.
little bit.
I'm looking forward to that because I am really hungry and I will permit myself to eat a wing.
One scorching wing that's going to ruin your night.
I think so.
Are you excited about having to do the rest of the podcast after eating this wing?
I think I'll be okay. Like, the thing is, even as hot as that is, it's like maybe 10 times hotter than the hottest thing I've ever eaten. How long can that last?
I think it's gonna wreck me.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah. Are you ready for the news, Bucko?
I am ready.
I mean, I don't think I've ever called you Bucko.
I'm ready, Buster Brown.
All right.
Yeah, what do you got for me? The news
So
quiz.
this is a little segment. It's a little game we like to play.
Yes.
Where I will present David with 2 false news headlines and 1 true news headline. Trues, as we like to call
Trues.
it. And
Trues news.
True's news. And it is his job to guess which one is the truth.
Right.
So let's get this going.
All right, I'm excited. Let's see. What do we got?
22-year-old hospitalized for severe allergic reaction after fornicating with giant clam.
After fornicating with a giant clam?
Yes.
Severe infection.
No, not infection.
What?
Allergic reaction.
Allergic reaction. Okay.
You gotta watch out for those shellfish.
I guess so. Do allergies go through your penis? Is that how that
You
works?
can have an allergy from skin contact.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Second one, small town expects teenagers of joining cult. Instead, they were building new community playground in secret.
Wow. All right. Interesting.
And last
Tempting.
one, mother crashed car into pole to prove to kids God is real, police say.
Oh, no. No. Oh, I so hope that's not it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this news quiz. Do you want to recap?
Yes, I do, please.
22-year-old hospitalized for severe allergic reaction after fornicating with giant clam. I like the imagery.
Yes.
Small town expects teenagers of joining cult. Instead, they were building new community playground in secret.
Okay.
And lastly, mother crashed car into pole to prove to kids God is real, police say.
Fuck, I so hope it's not that third one. But it feels, of all of them, that's the one that feels like it rings the most of reality.
I'm just gonna sit back here and sip on my many different beverages while
Right.
you.
Just a beverage is aplenty over there.
Yes, I have some orange soda.
Mm-hmm.
I have some Not Your Father's fruit punch, which is actually delightful,
Yeah.
and some water.
Yeah. You got choices upon choices.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I think it's either the first or the third one, but I'm leaning towards the third one. Final answer.
You are right.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah, everyone's okay.
Oh my god.
Everyone is okay.
That's terrible.
But the mom basically steered her car into a pole, crossed the highway, steered her car into a pole with her kids in the car to teach them the lesson that God will always take care of you. God exists, and he's the reason you're not going to get hurt when I do this horrible thing. Although she did advise them to put their seatbelts on beforehand, so some would say your seatbelt exists, and that's why you're not harmed. But
Do you remember what state this happened in by any chance?
let me find out. Let me follow link and not remove it.
Oh yeah, don't remove the link. Okay. I'm curious. I just feel like that might be telling, but who knows? Maybe not.
Georgia.
There you go. Fucking jackpot.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The mother was 25. Her kids were 5 and 7 years old. So the police talked to the kids. They asked them if they thought she did it on purpose, and they said yeah, because she turned. Her eyes were closed, and she was saying blah blah blah. I love God. One daughter said she didn't want us to just have a car accident. She wanted us to know that God is real.
Oh my god.
And then eventually the mom basically admitted the same story. I think some family members, some grandparents have the kids at the moment.
Good.
And the mom was in jail on a $22,000 bond. She was charged with 2 counts of child cruelty.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine the number that would do on my brain.
I mean, clearly there's something more than just her being a religious person. That's not a normal way to feel and not a normal thing to do.
Right.
So I hope that is addressed.
Gosh,
with her.
Can you imagine though? Imagine it really works, and then that's those kids' stories for the rest of their life. Is I know God is real. My mom tried to kill us all in a car, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I feel for those kids.
That's really awful. That's really awful.
Yeah.
Are you cold?
Just trying to get comfy. I'm always just trying to get comfy. There's lots of cords and a lot of blanket.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why I'm getting comfy. We're about to stop this to go get the wings.
True. We're coming up on it. Well, good news quiz. I was very close to guessing a kid fucked a giant clam.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It probably happened.
Yeah, that's probably happened.
Yeah. And that one was from Snopes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an article that went around, but it was like a satire site that originated it. It wasn't real. But it could be real.
It's probably real.
Someone's probably fucked a clam.
That's the thing is, just because there's no evidence it happened that time with the person named,
right,
who was probably a fake person or whatever, I am not convinced.
I didn't even name a person. I just said a 22-year-old.
Right, but
so I could be any 22-year-old.
I imagine the original story had a name on it.
Fess up, guys. I know one of you have done it.
Yeah. Ew. Oh my god. It's just so I'm certain that's happened somewhere.
Also, it's a clam.
Yeah.
It's a clam.
Right.
It's like, what's a name for vagina? Because clams resemble that. Like,
that didn't even occur to me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that was like the best part for me.
That didn't even occur to me.
I was like, should I say something other than clam? Is that like too much?
No, clam is great.
I mean, kind of looks like a puss.
Thanks.
Especially the picture that came with the fake article.
Oh my god, was it?
It was just a giant clam, but it had a very pussy look to it.
It had quite a pussish visage.
Pussy visage. Not to be mistaken for a pussy massage. Those are two different things.
Very different things. Mm-hmm. Wow. Really good on you for that one. That's something else.
What was my other one?
The other one was the teenagers building the playground in secret.
Yeah.
And for the only reason I didn't guess that one is it had cults in it, and I'm like, that's just so us to think of that.
Yeah.
You know.
I just liked the idea of that. Like the elders in the town are like, these kids are up to no good.
Yeah, right.
And they're like doing something really nice and sweet.
Yeah, it's like, no, we weren't building a Satan church. We made everyone cookies.
Yeah. Oh. There are no drugs in them.
Before we go to the wing segment here, I think we should talk about one thing real quickly. I brought a little bonus middle segment here.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Nexium founder Keith Rainier has been arrested by Mexican authorities for sex trafficking.
What?
And he's being extradited to the United States to stand trial.
Oh my god, I did not hear this.
I have seen several articles about this, possibly because I was doing the Googling, right? Nexium was my episode, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, was your episode? God,
yeah.
Funny what you forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he's been arrested. He's facing charges for many of the things that we talked about in our Nexium episode, like
awesome.
Like branding women with his initials.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's even a shot of him in the police car looking a little bit beardier than normal, you know, sort of
because he was hiding in Mexico for a while.
Yeah, well, he's coming back. They are gonna nail this guy.
I am so happy.
Yeah, me too.
I am so happy. I'm never happier than when bad, shitty people who try to manipulate others and act like they're not in the wrong finally get what's coming to them.
So I was thinking we should take credit for this, naturally. I mean, we were talking about it. Now he's arrested. It's obviously thanks to the investigative work done right here.
Yeah. Not all those other articles that I read and reported on.
This is probably what did it.
Yeah.
So I'm
judge listened and they're like, listen.
Get 'em,
Guys.
boys.
There's this little podcast I listen to. It's called Goose Chase. And they had some very important things to say. And I think we should really listen to these guys.
Yeah, I can imagine that conversation happening. So I was thinking we should start a scorecard for the Got 'em board.
The Got 'em board.
The Got 'em board for Goose Chase. I think it's now 1.
All right.
We officially have the Got 'em board 1. Keith Raniere in custody.
We'll see if anything ever happens with that Starlight thing. I still have some follow-up I want to do.
Okay, yeah. No, I think
That might eventually make it to the Got 'em board.
Yeah. Oh, I would love for that to make it to the God. I want everything to make it to the Got 'em board. This is our singular mission. This is like finding Carmen Sandiego.
Just get things on the Got 'em board.
Get him on the Got 'em.
I want an actual Got 'em board now.
Yeah, we could put one up
Yeah, let's do it.
on the wall. The Goose Chase Got 'em board.
Can we make it like a crime scene though? Like, not like a crime scene, but
You mean like those maps with like string
strings and
Sure, we'll start with a world map. We'll put a pin between DC and Mexico City or something, and we'll just say that's Keith Raniere's line. Got him.
And can we also have like some pictures, like mug shots off to the side and little blurbs about the person? We're gonna turn it into a Got 'em wall.
This is gonna make a great weekend project.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And also, we're gonna look like psychopaths.
Yeah, we are. But I thought you'd appreciate knowing that Keith Raniere is now safely in
I can't
custody.
believe I hadn't heard that, and I do appreciate knowing
Only
that.
very recently, like last couple of days. I think this might have popped up Monday that he was in custody, so it's very, very recent.
All I've been doing is working and going to bed and watching roller derby.
Right.
And that's essentially been my life the last 2 days, so I'm not that surprised I haven't seen it.
Understandable.
That's all I do.
Anyway, good news on that.
Let's scorch our mouths off.
Let's scorch our mouths off. We're going to take a quick break and prepare some very hot, spicy wings.
Wingy dingies.
Wingly dinglies. 1 sec.
All right.
And we're back.
We are back.
Oh, shit.
So, to you guys, it's going to sound like we were gone for like a second. But for us, we were gone for a little bit amount of time. Several minutes.
We have before us quite the culinary challenge.
Let me take a picture of these delicious looking wings.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will post them to the Facebook group, maybe.
Yeah, that's so we have. I'll put this sauce bottle right next to it.
Can you turn it so the logo is facing me?
Is it?
There you go.
There?
Yep.
All right. So we have. We talked about this already. A bottle of Hot Ones, the Last Dab hot sauce. The original version of this hot sauce is no longer available. It's normally.
I think they might make more of it later, but
Yeah, I think they will eventually. Right now, you can't get it. It's made with the original is made with a pepper called Pepper X. Right in the microphone. That's great.
sorry. I'm preparing.
So this is made instead with the Carolina Reaper, which is the previous record holder for hottest pepper. And I think that the sauce is equivalent in terms of heat. I think they make them to about the same strength.
We watched Sean Evans and the H3H3 podcast
Yes.
taste test both of them, and it kind of seemed like, what was the difference that they found?
I think they liked the Pepper X more. I think they also felt like it dropped off a little bit faster. I think they thought that the Carolina Reaper, they didn't like the taste as much, and the heat stuck around a little longer.
Yeah, so that's what we're in for.
Yes, so we have wings, we have sauce. Are you ready to do a dab of this bad boy?
Let's do a dab and accept our fate.
I don't even know how much to do.
I think just enough that you get it in the bite is going to be fine.
Yeah. I'm afraid to do a big dab. I'm thinking like a dime-sized dab.
Yeah, that's probably fine. I think it's one of those things that's going to be very potent, so I don't think it really even matters how much you put on. You don't need anything that big.
Right, exactly. I think it's the kind of thing that if you've got some of this in your mouth, you've got a lot of it.
That's what she said.
I'm going to let you dab your own wing because I don't want to be responsible for what happens.
Okay. I think that's
like
a
a
good
dime.
enough
That's
dab.
like a dime, right?
That's a good dab for you, baby.
Okay. There you go. Feel free to dab it.
Would I dab for you? Oh, yeah. Would I dab for you, honey?
This sauce is basically supposed to taste heavily of like ginger and turmeric and what else? Scalding hot insane pepper, I guess, and then something else. It's written on the label.
The Last Dab single pepper series remixes the spiciest sauce on hot ones, replacing Pepper X with some of the other heavyweights of the chili world. Experience Smokin' Ed Curry's world-famous Carolina Reaper in all its blazing glory, tamed only by a zingy blend of mustard, ginger, and turmeric.
There you go. Ginger, mustard, turmeric. I don't even know what turmeric tastes like. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't know its flavor by itself.
I know it is the thing that makes rice yellow, but
That's probably good. That's a big girl dab.
yours is like thick. Yours is a real thick dab.
It's not, the surface area is not that big though. I think you got a bigger dab than me.
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
You want to dink them?
We got to dink it.
Okay, guys. There's going to be eating sounds, and I'm sorry for that, but
I'm so nervous. Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Okay,
There's like spines sticking out of mine.
I have not your father's fruit punch. I have orange soda. I have water, and I have some chocolate almond milk ice cream, just in case.
Oh man.
Are you ready? I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too. This might be a huge mistake.
It's definitely a huge mistake.
It smells so good.
It does smell good. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
And in. Okay.
It's very hot.
Okay. Tastes good. Okay.
Dave is dying.
It's good. No, it's all right. I'm beginning to cry.
Me too.
There's tears coming out of my eyes already.
Me too. Okay. So, initial thought.
Whew. All right.
You get like 2 seconds to actually taste it before the heat hits.
Yeah, it's really quick.
It has a really good flavor.
I actually think I'm okay.
I'm fine. Unless it swings around and hits again.
Let's wait a minute. I am crying.
I'm not really crying. My eyes did water. I have almost an instant headache.
Really?
But not like a bad headache, just like very slight.
Like a pleasant headache. Like one of those nice headaches.
I've had worse. Yeah.
Okay, it's hot. And it's staying. I will say that. It's staying.
Definitely, if you ate more than just a dab of it,
Yeah.
it should suck a lot more. I mean, it would have a really cumulative effect.
If this stays like this, I might do another dab.
It's not something I could see myself eating an actual plate of wings in this sauce. But to eat a little bit of it every now and then, I could kind of see us actually eating that sauce.
I feel like maybe I didn't eat it right because it's just.
I feel the same way. I'll do another dab.
Do you want to do another dab?
I think the second dab is going to be worse.
I think we have to. I think at this point we have to. You want to dab that wing again?
I'll dab my own and you could dab yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we need to.
I
think
will
we
say
have to.
my tongue burns.
Yeah. No, yeah, my tongue stings. You're right.
I don't know, did something weird and then I felt the burn in my throat. Okay.
I have to say, I'm really surprised. I expected to be dead.
Yeah, I thought this was going to suck a lot more. How many Scovilles is this?
2 million plus.
This is easily the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah?
And I'm surprised I'm handling it as well as I am. I think the second bite is going to be worse because my mouth still hurts.
I'm about to go for a real big boy dab.
All right.
This also might be a mistake.
I think it's a mistake, but
All right.
dink it.
Gotta dink it.
And sink it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to chew it longer. Not swallow it so fast. Mm-hmm. The sauce is so tasty. Can we just say how delicious the sauce is? Very tasty.
The heat didn't kick in as fast this time for me. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it took a little second.
I'm okay.
Yeah, me too. What's going on here?
It's really spicy. It really burns. It does have a really good flavor.
Mm-hmm. It's very tasty.
I mean, my mouth hurts.
I have to say, and I don't want to. Okay, there's a secondary wave of heat I just got. Okay.
My eyes are watering.
No, here's the thing: is this is great, and it is very hot. I don't want to say it's not hot. It's just I was afraid I'd be under the table.
Right. I thought I'd be in a lot, and I am in pain. Like my mouth is on fire, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Right.
I do want it to stop burning my tongue.
Okay, so I have it back of the tongue, all over, a little bit on the tip of the tongue.
It's my whole tongue.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
It's the whole top of my tongue feels singed.
And
the roof of my mouth.
I'm starting to feel waves.
You're sweaty.
It is hot. Don't get me wrong.
I'm eating some of this ice cream.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea. Whew. All right.
Do you want a bite?
No, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
I'm going to tough this one out for science.
Fuck science.
I get a little bit. Okay, so symptoms include profusely sweaty head.
You're very sweaty. I feel like I'm less sweaty.
Inability to say the word profusely. Tingling all over the tongue.
It's very
Pain.
tingly.
Tears. I'm feeling tears in my eyes.
I feel like every now and then I welled up. I didn't actually cry, but I felt my eyes water.
Runny nose a little bit.
A little bit of runny nose. Talking isn't helping.
No, it's not. Every
the air moving
word
over
hurts.
the tongue hurts a lot more.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus. Okay,
Drinking sounds. Drinking something helps. Anything. It doesn't even matter what it is. Or eating something else helps because it just like coats the tongue momentarily.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Talking just sucks.
I don't want to say that it's not hot.
It's hot.
It's very hot, but I was scared it was going to be on a different planet, and it's not.
It's not hot in the way that like hot sauces. Some hot sauces are just to make you feel a pain. Like it does have flavor. It's not unenjoyable.
Right.
It's not something I would eat a plate of wings of, but I would maybe actually eat that.
I will say with that, we just did 2 little basically dime-sized dabs on wings.
Yeah.
If I was to eat that like I eat other hot sauce, I'd be in the hospital.
You'd die.
But
you eat like half a bottle of hot sauce a go.
Yeah.
So
now if I was to, exactly. If I was to like cover something with that, that'd be probably trouble, I think.
but a small amount of that mixed in with like
Yeah.
beef for your tacos or something would go a long way.
Put a couple of drops of that in some taco beef. Boom.
I'm sorry, I need to blow my nose.
No, that's I was anticipating this. Wow. Yeah, so I think we just learned something very valuable, which is these crazy, crazy hot sauces. You could probably handle it. You won't die.
At least this crazy, crazy hot sauce.
Yeah.
There are other ones on that show that seem like they're just like punch you in the face hot for the sake of being hot.
Yeah.
No good flavor. And they made a point. They did not want to make that kind of sauce.
Right.
I think they did a really good job.
I think so too. It's
And
so delicious.
I fucking hate that whole let's make a hot sauce just to torture you thing. Like, I don't like that.
Sure.
If I'm going to eat anything, I want it to have a good flavor to it. I'm not going to eat it just as some weird challenge to myself, although this was kind of a weird challenge.
This was a weird challenge, yeah. But we've been watching the show for so long, we had to know.
And also, everyone who's had this sauce has said that it has a good flavor to it. And so I knew that what we were getting into was more up my alley than just like, here, eat this thing that tastes awful, is going to put you in pain for hours.
Now, however long we've been doing this, and I don't know, it feels like maybe we've been doing this for about 12 minutes or something like that. It's like gone now. I have
It's
just
easing
the faintest tingle of hot sauce now.
I'm still a little tingly. Not too bad.
Right. Like, basically, if you can tough out a really gnarly 12 to 15 minutes,
It
you
does
could
feel.
eat this.
It does feel like if I continue talking and not eating or drinking anything, it kind of reignites.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
No, it's not that bad.
And the flavor is really good.
You really can taste that the ginger in there, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of ginger.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that a lot. I'm surprised most by the fact that I would actually consider eating that.
Yeah, right. Oh,
And
no. Ooh.
I'm not great with spicy food. I've gotten a lot better.
I think you just learned something about yourself. I think
Or
you just
about
learned
that sauce.
you can conquer a mean hot sauce.
One of the hot sauces in the world.
Yeah, one of the
I
one
feel
of the hottest.
invincible.
That's basically
I'm going to go jump off the roof.
setting aside other than like extracts and things that are not meant
And
to be eaten.
fuck that shit.
Yeah, like that's basically one of the hotter sauces you're going to put on anything.
Also, I have this bowl of ice cream, so I'm just going to eat it.
May as well. Well, shit. All right. I guess maybe now we should take a break, having conquered this gnarly sauce. I would recommend this to anybody who has a little bit of guts. I would recommend this.
Yeah. If I can handle it, most people can handle it.
I have a feeling. I'm predicting this now. This bottle will be gone in 2 weeks. I'm gonna.
Well,
eat this
all of
on
our friends are going to want to try it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be eating this on everything, and I know definitely like Chris wanted to try this, and the only reason we didn't really get into it is because we were trying to save it for this. So
Yeah.
the next time I see him, I'm gonna have to put something on it. Probably make some wings,
Yeah.
do some last jab sauce.
It's good.
It is.
I'm
really
way
good.
surprised.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that wasn't more dramatic.
I know.
I thought we'd be here dying.
I did too. But I'm happy. I'm proud of us.
I'm also glad we'll be able to go on to the rest of the podcast and not be crying and in immense pain.
Yeah,
I think they did a really good job with that sauce.
I think so too.
I think they did a good job of making something edible that people will want to eat
Yeah,
and is also fucking spicy. And that's kind of a tall order once you
Yeah.
get up to ridiculous
I think so too.
heat like that.
I will when the Pepper X version becomes available again.
I do want to try that.
And they did make a point of saying, look, it's like there's one guy in the world that grows this pepper, and
Yeah.
there's one growing season. So,
It's in one place, so it goes by the seasons of that one place and how much he could produce.
but the next time it's available, I will absolutely be one of the first ones in line to order it.
I would like to try that one too.
Yeah.
This one does have staying power. I mean, it's still like a low grade
Yeah.
heat. It's not bad.
Right.
It's manageable, but I still feel it.
I might have the hiccups. I'm not sure. But okay, let's take a little bit of a break, and then we will come back in a minute with the main segment.
All right.
All right. For this episode, stick around. Thank you. Bye. All right. Wow, that was weird.
Yeah.
I had the wrong switch on.
Ah. Are we back?
We are back.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Oh, my goodness. We are back, and I done fucked up.
We proceeded to eat more hot sauce.
Yeah, we did.
We should have left the podcast rolling.
I think we should have probably, but it was, for a minute there, kind of incoherent on my end. Just
You got a little crazy.
Yeah.
Dave was all, I'm invincible. And I was like, you're going to regret that.
I do now wish we had just, fuck it, just let it roll. We'll cut it later.
It got, you got crazed.
No, yeah. Well, okay, so after we cut, and I was looking at it going, I still have this other wing here. What am I going to not eat that wing? And then I thought, okay, well, yeah, fuck it. I survived that dab. I'll do another dab. I'll do a bigger dab. And I did a real big boy dab. Bigger than the last two big boy dabs.
Didn't you do a fourth one too?
Yes, because after I took that bite, I went, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Turned it over and put another dab on
Like,
the back.
I think I'm invincible. And then you proceeded to add more
Yeah.
to another dab. And I was like, be careful. And you're like, I think I'm invincible. Like, you had actual belief behind it. And I was like, no.
Hot sauce is so euphoric.
It can definitely kind of get you high.
Yeah. Now, that said, I didn't really fuck up that bad. I was
No,
all,
you're okay.
But it was much hotter when I basically covered both sides of a wing in this sauce.
Right. And let this be a warning to you guys. If you eat this sauce, you might go crazy and think that you're invincible.
You are not.
You're
are
not.
mortal. Slow
You're
down.
not, and you just give it a minute. It'll bring you back down to earth.
Whew. I cannot recommend this sauce enough. It is so
It's great.
good. Yeah.
It's way better than I thought it would be, honestly.
Yeah.
Even with the good reviews of it.
Yeah. I think there are sauces that are less hot in terms of Scoville units that are meaner.
Right. Yeah, like we said, there are ones that just punch you in the face and are hot for the sake of being hot, and this is not that sauce.
It's don't get me wrong, it's hot, but it's
It's hot with the purpose of tasting good. It's not just being a dick to your taste buds.
It's like a stern lecture and not like getting yelled at.
Yeah.
It's kind of measured.
It's kind of like disappointed in you.
Yeah, it's like that. It's
like you'll survive it, but you're gonna think about it for a little while. It's gonna stick with you.
it's low grade devastating.
Yeah. It's not like being yelled at to the point where you think you're gonna pee your pants.
We might still be high on hot sauce. I'm not sure.
I'm fine.
All right.
I just want to talk about wanting to pee my pants because someone's yelling at me.
Yeah.
That's not so weird.
Why? What's weird about that? Why would you even think that?
Wait, but you don't have that reaction
No.
when someone's mad at you?
Other people don't feel that way?
No, I'm being honest.
Wait, what? Wanting to pee your pants?
Not like actually wanting to pee my pants, but like being like, if someone is angry at me, I just feel like I might pee myself a little bit. It's a fear response. I don't
Yeah.
like people being angry at me.
Sure, I get that.
I'm not good at conflict. I have never peed myself in response to someone being mad at me, though.
Let's put
I've just wanted to.
Let's put that next to the Gotham board. Just you know, just next to the Gotham board is things that never made you pee your pants. We'll fill that up too.
Also, maybe I am still a little high on hot sauce. I almost made Dave do a spit take.
Very close. No, I think that was something else. Would you like to talk about our main topic?
This is what I know.
All right.
We're going to talk about a man named Andrew Keegan
That's right.
and the cult that he has formed around himself.
That's right.
Now, if you guys watched movies in the late 90s, early aughts, you probably saw Andrew Keegan. Specifically, if you watched the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. Because he played the douchebag dude bro popular model guy.
His name is Joey Donner in that movie, apparently.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to start real quick and say, I'm going to give you all a minute to yell at me. I will count out 10 seconds. I never saw this movie.
We are going to change that.
Yeah. I'm going to wait.
I've been wanting to change that for a while.
Let everyone get their rage out. I know you're supposed to see it. I didn't see it.
But without having seen it, basically he's a stereotypical asshole popular dude who wants to get in the pants of every girl and wants to date someone who is the sister of someone he fucked around with before, basically. He was like into her and it didn't work out. And now he wants to be with her sister, but, you know, the family already knows he's an asshole. So he's involved in the plot for personal reasons.
Gotcha. I didn't know this. I know you're supposed to see this movie. I didn't see it. I was gonna say I God, hot sauce.
Got that hot sauce mouth.
So I looked into Andrew Keegan's roles, and that was the first one that came up. That's the one everyone knows.
I think I remember seeing him really in anything other than that major.
He's been in a lot of
the
TV.
biggest one. Okay.
Like, he's made a lot of appearances. Apparently, he was on Seventh Heaven. He was on Party of Five. He was on a couple of other things.
Okay, so nothing recent, obviously.
Yeah, well, he's been in recent films, but they're not big. That was one of the first things I did, is look at his, his IMDb and his Wikipedia entries to see what he's been in. And I think the last couple of things he's been in were like straight to video type stuff. So he hasn't had any particularly large roles in a while, but he's still working, right?
Okay.
But I said after this, we're not interested in that for this episode. That's a little bit of background. I said, here what we're going to discuss is a thing people probably don't know about him, which is that, God, I'm so drooly. I'm so drooly. Mm-hmm. This is going to be difficult.
This is what the people are here for.
I know.
Our pain and suffering and struggle.
For the last few years, he has been essentially presiding as the head of his own religion.
I know it's been several years because I remember seeing this article or an article about him when I was still in Chicago.
Yeah, and I think
which would have been at least like over 3 years ago.
I think what you're probably talking about is an article that I want to touch on first. And it's like the number one big, popularly circulated article about Andrew Keegan's church.
Yeah, and at the time was the only article really about it.
Yeah, basically it was a Vice expose, is like the really big one. So I read this expose before I went on to other sources of information. This was like my primary introduction, right? The first natural question I had, exactly how do you go from being an actor to being a guru? It seems like a really big leap, right?
But he probably lives in L.A. You can do anything in L.A.
Actually, I think so. The church is based in. Oh gosh, I hope I'm getting this right. I think it was in Venice. I'll touch on it later. So my question as to how this got started was answered in the Vice profile, which was to say that so he and his manager were apparently attacked on the street March 11th of 2011. This is where the story starts, apparently. He ended up in the hospital with stitches. Apparently one of these guys went to pull a gun on them, and they fought the guys off and whatever. He ended up in the hospital. Because this happened the same day as a tsunami hit Japan, I'm not kidding, he concluded that this is his destiny somehow to be a guru, that it was proof that he has some powers of synchronicity, because the day he was attacked was the same day as the Japanese tsunami. This is the beginning, right? This is where we start. It's so flimsy to start, I have to say.
I took a poop today.
Right.
And somewhere else, something bad happened to somebody else.
Was it your poop?
It was my poop's fault.
Right.
My poop is supposed to be a guru.
There you go. I don't want to. I feel like it's
not to poop on anyone, but not to poop on his dreams.
No,
but
right.
These ideas of synchronicity are something that really, really bother me.
Yeah,
because you can relate anything to anything. It's that whole butterfly effect thing.
Right. Well, in particular, yes, there's lots of stories of like coincidence that people have interpreted to mean something.
Right.
Right.
And the more you're looking for a connection, the more you're going to see a connection.
Yeah, I think so. And actually, there's a few more stories that are relayed in this Vice article, but basically this is what they add up to. It's like some form of coincidence. Basically, something happens while something else is happening, and that means that there's something special to be gleaned from that.
And also, like, this sounds like a story told it retroactively. Of like,
sure.
And that was the day I knew, because I'm going to put emphasis and importance on these two random things that happened the same day.
Right.
Where it really could have just been like, oh, I just felt like I should do this thing. But you need to have a good origin story, you know?
Now, I want to leave open the possibility that the Vice article didn't really touch on what was supposed to be significant there. And actually, this is a theme I'll explore later.
Okay.
But basically, the Vice article is one source on this guy in his dream, you know? I didn't find any other origin story offered anywhere else. So it's entirely possible that this is the one big piece of information, you know, about his beginning this process. And
Yeah.
it was deliberately or accidentally left incomplete.
Yeah, there could be more to it, or they could have fudged it a little bit
Yeah.
to get their point across.
I want to add another note on this coincidence thing. And this is something that I think is kind of important, is that lots of very reasonable, very smart people have told me stories just like this. I think probably everybody knows somebody who's got like a real personal coincidence type story that meant something to them.
I can think of 2 or 3 right now.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I've heard people tell me things that happened to them that were that like changed their life, and I'm like, okay, but like the fact that 2 things happened at the same time or were similar,
It doesn't mean that they necessarily are more or less meaningful than any other occurrence. Doesn't mean that they're not, though.
right? Sure, but I think the point I wanted to make and get into for a second is that coincidence is a thing that seems unlikely, but in fact happens all the time.
Right. And it's not causation.
Right. It's not causation. It's not even necessarily that these things are related, but things happen at the same time as other things. And I wanted to, as an illustration, refer to something known as the birthday problem. Have you ever heard of this?
I think I have, but do go on.
This is a fun little bit of statistical information. But let's say you are in a room with a bunch of people, and you want to calculate the odds of, you know, sharing a birthday with one of the other people in the room. How many people do you think you need to have in a room before the odds are 50-50 that 2 people in the room share a birthday? So, any 2 people sharing a birthday.
I'm so bad at this thing.
Well, it's hard to fathom, and I think that's the nature
Right.
of this problem.
I know it's not many. I have heard this,
Right.
and it's way less than you'd think it would be.
Right. So, like, you would start with the assumption that, okay, there's 365 days of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, what? Would it take 150 some people or 180 some people or whatever? Like, you would think to yourself, okay, at what point are the odds 50-50? It is actually it's when you have 23 people in a room that the odds are 50-50,
Okay.
which seems shockingly low,
It does.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it works out. And that's the nature, I think, of coincidence and improbability. And something I wanted to stop and talk about for a minute before moving forward.
Have you seen, there's a guy who, I've seen his videos all over YouTube, but he does these kind of sort of like magic trick kind of things where you watch his YouTube video and you respond to what
Yes.
he's saying. And he's
Yes.
like, now choose your favorite color.
Right.
And then he'll guess your favorite color.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing the odds.
Yes.
So he picks the most common, color that people will choose by the odds.
Uh-huh.
And then the people who are going to respond to the video, because he says, like or share if I get it right.
Right.
The people who are going to like and share are going to be the people that got it right. So when you see the video with all these likes and shares, it seems like he's getting it right a majority of the time. But really, he's probably getting it right 25% of the time, 50% of the time, whatever the odds work out to. But he's only asking for the responses of the people who he got it right. And
Yeah.
everyone else just fucks off because they don't care. They've got no interest. They've got, nothing in this fight anymore.
Right.
And they go away and they don't care. But if enough people watch, then the odds are there's going to be, 25% of a lot of people is a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
If millions of people watch.
If 25% of any viewing audience share a thing, it's viral 10 times over.
Right. And that's all he wants. He doesn't care if he's actually getting it right. He wants you to share his videos.
Right.
And it looks impressive, but he's only asking for the people who he got right.
Right.
So all the comments are like, he got mine right. How do you do it? Blah, blah, blah. And like, he played the odds, baby.
Yeah, right. And the rare person that he got it wrong for that stuck around long enough to go, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
But most people don't do that. They just leave.
It's boring now.
Right.
But yeah, that's what this is. It's like, it feels a lot more powerful and a lot more rare than it is.
Yeah. Which is why I wanted to touch on it, is because I feel like this is actually a really, really common phenomenon. Mm-hmm. Like, our brains are really good at recognizing patterns, and they're really good at connecting things that might not be connected.
Yeah.
It's like what the brain is built for, like to develop meaning out of chaos.
Keep in mind that everything we're taking in is just random color, random sound. It is chaos. Right. Your brain's job is to sort all of the external stimuli around you and turn it into something comprehensible. Yeah. Your brain makes a lot of shortcuts to do that. But you also observe a lot of stuff you don't realize you observe. And you're really good at putting things together and making connections between things. Because if you're not good at that, life is more difficult. Oh, yeah. That's your brain's job. And there are, there are learning disabilities. There are lots of, things that are examples of your brain not being good at doing its job in one way or another, or being stronger at doing it in some ways and less strong in other ways. But all in all, that is the main purpose. Yeah. So we're just, when you see these coincidences and synchronicities, you're just seeing your brain doing what it's supposed to do. Yes. It just looks fantastical. Right. Because it seems like something out of the ordinary.
You have a personal eureka about it.
Right.
But that doesn't make it, necessarily a significant finding.
And also not to rain on anyone's parade. It's really cool. It's really cool sometimes when you put things together. Like, there's something like a month ago where I had an instance of seeing the same number in a few different places, like 3 different times in one day. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Yeah. It was weird enough that I noticed it, but I also knew that it didn't mean anything. I'm not going to go play the lottery.
Right. Well, it's funny you mentioned that. My stepsister, who, I don't know if she's still listening to the podcast, but hi, Jess, if she is.
Hi, Jess.
She had mentioned seeing, and I forget the particular number, that she had been seeing a lot of. Mm-hmm. And I think we talked about it one night. I think I was telling her, so what I think is probably happening here is that once you're primed to see something.
Now you're looking for it.
It's the same reason that I have the opportunity to make a 2:30 joke at least once a day, is that surprisingly those numbers come up a lot. Mm-hmm.
And now even more because I made it my roller derby number.
Right, even more now. But in general, if you're looking for a number, it is surprisingly easy to find. And you have to really be looking too. Like, even on the sort of back of your mind level, you have to be really primed for it, but you will see it everywhere.
And it's the same thing along the same lines of there have been times when I saw a word for the first time and went, I've never seen that word. What's that mean? And I've looked it up. And now I know what this word is. And then the next day, the next several days, I see that word everywhere. Sure. Everyone's using that word. And it's no, there just happened to be a moment when I realized I didn't know it, decided to find out what it was, and now I'm just recognizing it everywhere. Yeah. And also could have been a thing that words get more popular sometimes. Maybe I'm just reading more articles that happen to have that word in it. But I'm just noticing it more mostly, I think. Yeah. And it's just your brain. And we should be excited about this. It is cool. The brain is amazing. Yeah. But it's not necessarily anything mystical outside of just our brains doing what they do.
It's cool, but it ain't magic. And it doesn't mean anything outside of your own head on some level.
Yes.
I wanted to touch on that.
Also, we're heathens and we're atheists, so ignore us if you must.
No, yeah, I mean that is one perspective. There's certainly other ways to interpret it. It's just that this is the right way.
You almost made me do a spit take.
I almost got you. So anyway, enough about that. That's just a primer to the beginning of this. So Andrew Keegan's church, Full Circle is what it's called. Mm-hmm. Full Circle.
We're gonna bring this full circle.
I did a lot of research on their website what they describe themselves as, how they talk about themselves.
Are there any weird music videos?
There were music videos, but I didn't watch them. I didn't consider them relevant to my search. But they were like
I'm just trying to connect this to
I know,
Starlight.
not at all like Starlight. It was more like live music in the church.
Okay,
like,
that makes sense.
makes plenty of sense.
Things that make sense
Yeah.
for the group.
Yeah, like
That's okay.
Not like say a space age material with a YouTube video on its homepage. Not like that.
Right.
They call themselves, what they refer to themselves as a open source spiritual community center, which, while I think they are using the phrase open source wrong,
Is it in beta? Can I download it now?
right? Can I like find this on like GitHub or what? But I don't think it's also necessarily entirely true. I think it's probably mostly true of how they operate. But there's definitely a management type function built in.
You mean like talent management?
No. I mean, like, there's definitely an organizational element to it. It's not like everybody
okay.
is equally. It's not a commune. Like, there's definitely a structure.
It's not super. It's
Right.
not as free spirity. Come as you are, come and go as you please.
Yeah, like, there's still
everyone is the same
Someone's still
level of
steering the boat.
importance.
You know.
Okay.
And they referred to in the article, in particular, when the Vice reporter showed up, there was a guy whose name he referred to himself as Third Eye, I think, was his name. And
All this stuff just makes me roll my eyes, and
know.
I'm sorry for that initial reaction, guys. But
no, that was my reaction too.
you call yourself Third Eye, and then you try to say that people have the same amount of importance as you.
Yeah, I know. But then who doesn't have a third eye? I wonder. You know. I don't want to be too. I don't want to be too judgy on it, but it struck me as the same kind of BS we always go. That's
It's
BS.
the kind of thing that puts a lot of people off
Yes.
right from the get go.
I mean, you will.
They're
see,
aiming themselves at a specific type of person.
You will see a lot of new age. Mm-hmm. You know, in what they represent. They're, like I said, they were based in Venice Beach. I got that right. They have a bird.
There's a bird?
They had a bird anyway.
There's a burb.
It was a burb. It was a talking parrot named Krishna.
Well, that's actually really adorable, but
Sure is.
depending on how old the burb was at the time of the article, it's very possible they still have that burb because they live a long time.
Parrots get to be some pretty old burbs.
I think like 60 years is a pretty common lifespan.
Yeah, I thought even longer, but who knows?
Possibly longer. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I know like at least 60 years is
They live
pretty
a long
common
time.
because I live with a burb.
Yeah. You
live
said that
with a
so
burb.
adoringly.
Oh no, that wasn't. I was trying to be annoyed.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
know.
Her name is Bernie.
Yeah.
She's very annoying.
Yeah.
I used to live in the same room with her, and now I don't, and I'm very grateful for that. But she still often wakes me up,
Yeah.
and she's a jerk. She's a jerk bird.
Jerk bird.
And I've already made it clear that I am not taking this bird when her owners are gone. I'm not taking her.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Understand a burb.
Understand it, burb. Also, she used to call my dog's name to try to like bring my dog over so she could bite her.
Yeah.
She's a jerk.
Yeah.
So the bird could bite the dog, not the other way around, because that would be weird.
What a derelict burb.
She's she's something else. That Bernie bird. All right, let's get back on task.
So, church meetings, as far as I could tell, as they happened at the Full Circle Church, consisted of largely indie music, wellness advice, and lots of other new age type stuff. Right? Mm-hmm. I will get to those in specific further on, but while I move forward here, I want to stop and talk about the Vice article itself.
Okay.
I think, having done a lot of research as far as what people had to say about being a member of Full Circle and some of the type of events that they had and all of that, the Vice article painted a picture that I don't know if is necessarily fair.
Okay.
It led with some of the kookier type things, you know, people with funny names, you know, and some stories that, for example, what was it when the author of the article had showed up at the house everyone had said, "Oh, you must have been brought in by Keegan's vortex," you know, and
Mm.
they made it sound really wacky. And I have this feeling that just putting that in plain text without any kind of context seems like possibly mischaracterizing and unfair. It seems
Hmm.
like it might have been designed to make them sound a little bit kookier than they actually are.
Right. I feel like when I read the article, I kind of got that vibe. I was like,
Yeah.
this could be a really creepy, weird cult. This could be something else. And it was, I kind of
Yeah.
forgot about it for a
Right.
while. And then I started seeing articles go around about it again recently and went, putting it on the list.
Yeah. No, I think it's very worth looking into for reasons I will ultimately conclude with. But to start
right.
with, I think the Vice article might have been
Maybe a little unfair.
a little unfair because, as I'm going to get into here, you know, I mean, the thing is, that article still sits at a very high SEO ranking position. When you search for Andrew Keegan and his church, it's still way up at the top of the list. I don't think Vice lied about their experience. I don't think they were really unkind exactly, but I feel like they leaned on an angle.
Mm-hmm.
I think they leaned on a cult angle in particular. I think they tried in some ways to present exactly the details that made the most culty impression.
Yeah.
I feel insane right now. I feel like I'm defending something that I normally would go in on a little bit more.
Well, here's the thing. Especially when a group is fairly new and starting up, it's really difficult to discern.
Yeah.
Is this a cult? Or is this, for lack of a better way to phrase it, a dangerous cult or a bad cult? Like,
Right.
not all cults are necessarily bad.
Yeah. Or at least not. And here's the particular thing: it's how much control and abuse are part of the regular operation
Right.
of a religious organization. Those are really important questions to answer.
Right. Like, I don't like any group that I feel like is taking away choices from people
Right.
or allowing them, making them do things they might not otherwise do, or taking their money from them, or limiting them in some way, cutting them off from other people.
Yes.
I don't like all that stuff.
All that stuff is super relevant to me. It's like top of the line questions. If you're going to talk about a fringe or a small scale religious movement, what do they expect of their people? What do they
Right.
what do they demand of them? What things are coercive about their interactions with their followers?
Yeah. We've talked about Scientology a lot. And I would say if you guys want a good example of a bad or dangerous coercive cult, look up Scientology if you don't know about them already.
Right.
Because they separate people from their families sometimes. And regularly. They force people to make decisions they wouldn't otherwise make. They do a lot of things that just it's not good.
Right.
So back to what this organization does.
Yeah, in terms of their particular beliefs, let me get specific. Some of the things that were mentioned in the Vice article, I guess, are just kind of straightforward. They at one point they were doing a ritual of using water crystals. I don't know what that means, to focus their energy to try and end the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
That is a theme with a lot of culty kind of groups, is that they all think they can heal the world
Yeah.
from especially conflict and war that has never been able to be ended before.
Yeah. I wrote, if you think it's going to take more than water, thoughts, and prayers to wrap that bad boy up, you are not alone.
Tots and pears.
Tots and pears. Also, I thought it was interesting at the time of the writing of the article, in the middle of a service, Keegan and his girlfriend left the church to go have a cigarette in the middle of the... they had a cigarette break, which I thought, I wrote here, if you think it's an odd thing for a wellness guru to do, you are not alone.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
There's some things that I thought were a little bit odd about that.
Well, I mean, when you pull people in with your vortex, you can do whatever you want.
You got that magic vortex, just pulls people in. So I put together a word cloud of some of the other things that they seem to either endorse or believe from other sources, like their own Facebook page, for example,
Okay.
events that they have, and the kind of things that they introduce people to. Here's an odd word cloud: plant medicine, spirit songs, quantum harmonic sound healing, abundant living, the Hug Alliance, future self acceleration empowered by rapid prototyping.
Wait, say that one again?
Future self acceleration empowered by rapid prototyping.
No, aging faster?
Meditation and evolutionary astrology.
Don't know what that is.
No, I don't think it.
Also, just so you and anyone else who doesn't know knows, plant medicine is ayahuasca.
Yeah, right. Well,
That's what, or other things like ayahuasca,
Yeah.
but it's not like using herbs on a wound or something. Plant medicine stands for like doing something like ayahuasca to have spiritual experiences.
it tends to mean drugs at the very least, of varying degrees of self-impairment.
It's usually something, it's ayahuasca or something similar to ayahuasca is what plant medicine means, but it just sounds more legitimate than just saying do some drugs.
So to wrap my middle section here about what they believe, I know it's kind of a lame catch-all, but I really think this is the most accurate thing. Full Circle seems to believe in everything. Honestly, everything. And I think this is kind of the natural progression of New Age beliefs, which is an argument that I really want to make here. It starts from an initial assumption of magic things can be real. Or that...
Yeah, how are you going to say no to one belief?
Right. When you start from a certain supposition, everything is a jump-off point because nothing's any less probable than the thing you start with.
Nothing's off limits.
I also think it's really about agreeability. And actually, this is, I think it's something you see in a lot of New Age circles is like when you hear New Age people talking about beliefs or, like some of the things you kind of roll your eyes out, you start to get the sense that the most important thing is that they want to affirm each other more than that they want to get to the root of what is and is not true. Like that people want to back each other up, right?
Yeah, that's why I would never be able to be in a group like this.
Yeah, I don't think I could either.
I just want to tell everyone how wrong they are.
Well,
and that's not good or healthy, but that's like I'm much more, and of course that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm more on that side of things than of like, let me let you think something that is not correct.
I think a fundamental distinction is that to us, it really matters what's true. Not so much that the thing we want to believe be a thing that we're okay with believing.
I think facts are very important.
Yeah. It's the root. It's this whole fucking podcast. It's
right.
Like what we're doing is trying to get at what's true and what isn't, because I want to believe true things and not believe false things.
Right. And it's also this idea that's become more and more pervasive is that someone else's beliefs or opinions are just as good as facts.
Right.
And that, I think, is very problematic and very scary.
I think it's destructive.
Yes.
And I think that people of this persuasion see skepticism as just confrontational and bad.
Right.
And that's not how I see a skeptical mindset, but you can see it in the way that they talk about things like this. Everything's true and fine. We all agree. You know what I mean? Like we just must all agree.
Yeah. And that's not, here's the thing, that's not healthy because no one actually thinks like that 100% of the time.
Sure.
And you're not dealing with any conflict resolution. You're not learning anything. Right. About interacting with people by just going around and be like, no, that's fine. No, we all agree. We all get along all the time because someone's going to blow. Someone's going to not be okay with something one day. And no one in that group is going to know how to handle it because they don't disagree with anything ever.
Right. On some level, I think it's a nice thing to want to be nice. Like, obviously.
Absolutely.
Wanting to agree and get along and be kind is like a good impulse. It's like
and support each other. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
But I still think you can be agreeable and nice and kind and supportive without necessarily just going along hook, line, and sinker with everything someone else says
Yes.
and not questioning if something seems problematic.
Right. I could be mischaracterizing. This is an argument I'm trying to make here, and I could be wrong. I'm open to that. But that's how I sort of see a lot of the beliefs that they talk about, and in general, a lot of New Age belief.
If you're a member or know a member of Full Circle Church, we want to know more, and we want to hear what you think, because we can only say from the outside looking in, and we can't represent it any other way.
To that point, my next section is called The End.
Oh, no.
It seems that Full Circle Venice actually, as a operational entity, is no more. As a building, as a regular place for meetings, possibly as an organization at large, they're no more.
All right.
The events page only listed a single event for the year of 2016, like a repeating event, I guess. And the same for 2017.
It was taking out the trash.
Take the trash.
Someone just linked their Google Calendar to the website on accident.
Come take out the trash with us this Sunday. The location is listed as closed on Yelp. They have an overwhelming number of positive reviews everywhere.
Okay.
This is something that I think is pretty relevant. When a religious organization or a spiritual group of any kind, when there's abuse, you do hear about it. People might question it. People might think, that they don't know what to think about those claims, but there's always something to hear.
It also sounds like a fairly small group. Like it had like one church, one main base. Mm-hmm. It's not something that necessarily spread.
Right.
Even if there were things that were happening that weren't great.
But they did have thousands of check-ins.
Okay.
Thousands of check-ins. I was surprised at how many people seemed to have been there.
But compared to a lot of other groups like this, even fairly small ones, that's not that many. Yeah.
Right.
But I do think you're right. Someone would be saying something most likely if something really bad had been happening.
It's usually pretty hard to it's pretty hard to completely bury stuff like that. People always talk, People talk ultimately. And it might take a while for stories like that to hit critical mass and all, but the point I'm really trying to drive at is I saw a lot of the word cult thrown around in my research of this group. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find any evidence that people were manipulated, that people were pressured to give, that people were pressured to do things that they weren't. I got a very clear sense that this is something people really wanted to be a part of.
Okay.
Now,
so it seems like it's a somewhat famous person who believes some kooky things.
Yes.
And some people got a hold of that information and wanted to make it kind of something it isn't.
Yes.
Not to say it doesn't ring some alarm bells a little bit.
Well, yeah, in terms of the beliefs themselves, I mean, you and I would never want to have any business with some of the kind of very out there, new agey, water crystal-y.
And like I said, it's not to say it isn't a cult.
Right.
Because cult doesn't necessarily mean something bad.
Right.
It's, a group of people that believe a distinct thing, and depending on the definition of cult you're using, it can encompass a lot of groups.
Yes.
So we make jokes in some of the podcast groups I'm in all the time about the fact that we've basically become a cult because we have a belief system.
Indoctrination is the first step.
Right. We have a belief system. We have rules that we follow. We have, shaming if someone does something that's not a part of them,
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously that's tongue-in-cheek and that's a joke, but the requirements to be a cult aren't that, depending on the definition you're using, they're not that stringent. Right. So they're not necessarily off base by calling this group a cult, but there is an implication of
I think so.
harmfulness associated with that. And so maybe they kind of were doing it for the attention and maybe not thinking a lot about the implication that word has.
So yes, so basically, I tried to find as much dirt, if there was any dirt to find. This was part of my research process. Is they did seem, they just seemed so clean on the internet. Like I was looking for, does anyone have a story about this that contradicts like the narrative you might expect of just people meeting and being hippy dippy together or whatever? Like, is there anything contrary to that? The only thing I could find was that at some point, sometime in the last, I think, 3 years, they had been hit by an undercover sting for selling kombucha at an event that had 1% alcohol in it without a license. That's what I was able to find.
Okay.
This doesn't mean there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
But
it just if it's out there, it's not
right
out there on the internet.
It's I know I'm in a weird position here. Basically, okay, so we've been watching Wild Wild Country.
That's all I can think about right now.
We've been watching Wild Wild Country on Netflix, which is super good, and you should so watch it.
And they reel you fucking in. They get you real sympathetic.
They really in. But that's the thing is, like, we're 3 episodes in, and it's pretty easy to empathize with the cult.
It's becoming harder.
It's getting harder, but you can kind of...
At least at first. I think that I suggested it's a docuseries on Netflix. And I think it's a really interesting study in causation and reactions and who's at fault here. And did they act this way because they were always going to act this way because they are the group that they are? Or did they act this way as a reaction to other people's reactions to them and not understanding who they are? And there's no answer to that, really.
Yeah.
But the question is important and interesting, and it is getting harder to sympathize with the cult.
I think it's about to get a lot wackier.
Yeah, but... and a lot more sinister, I think. But it's a really good docuseries if you're interested in cults, and I suggest it. Again, it's Wild Wild Country.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed it so far, and I know it's gonna pick up steam. Yeah. But that's all I can think about when we're talking about a group like this. Is those similar feelings of like kind of being on the side of the cult at first and being like, okay, they're just people who believe the same thing and they're all into it and it's fine. But then this docuseries feeds you a little bit of information at a time. Right. So the more you get, the more you go, oh, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, it's well paced. It does a good job of making
It's well done. It's very well done.
So, I want to jump to my conclusion here.
All right.
Which is this. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to go back and talk about something I wanted to talk about before.
Okay.
Which is that the church is no more. The church is no longer a fixture on Venice Beach. Mm-hmm. I was curious as to why. I managed to track down an article. I want to say it was Bloomberg, possibly.
Okay.
But it was talking about the fact that Snap Incorporated, the people behind Snapchat, have taken up residence in Venice Beach.
Okay.
And how that is causing all kinds of problems for people in Venice Beach. Something I had no idea about and would never have looked up.
Why is it causing problems?
It's causing problems for a number of reasons. Number one being that like seemingly every town and city in California of a certain size is like subject to this gentrification.
I was going to say it's a gentrification
sweeping over the existing ecosystems of their towns and cities, right?
Yeah.
So Snap moves into Venice Beach, and, initially they just have this single blue house on a corner, that can house 25 employees, and they think that's fine, except now they've expanded to hundreds, right? And they're snatching up little pieces of property around Venice.
They're putting filters on everything. It's
Right.
out of control.
People's eyes are going buggy. It's like, no, it's green and blue everywhere.
There's rainbow shooting out of people's faces, and now I look like a dog and my tongue is falling out.
I feel like a dick. Yeah, so like they're taking up more and more space, and then little things that like have big, emotional impact on people, like a natural beehive that wasn't present in a tree somewhere on a beach that everyone loved this beehive. I don't know. It's ridiculous, but apparently it was mudded up with concrete. And then Snap said they responsibly relocated it, but of course people are like, where's the bees with their pitchforks and,
Yeah.
little things that have big consequences, these things that feel like slaps in the face.
Tiny
Little
mouths.
snaps in the face, you know what I'm talking about?
Tiny mouths that say big words.
Yeah, right. But basically, this is a driving factor that forced them to move out of their church property, is that the rents continued to go up and up and up in Venice, and they eventually just couldn't sustain having a place there anymore.
Gotcha.
That was interesting to learn, because it did seem to me like, important to, if you're going to talk about this group, okay, so why do they no longer have a church? What happened?
Yeah.
Was there some big fallout? It's the fact that it's impossible to be there anymore.
Yeah. Gentrified out of the area.
Yeah. Something I had no idea
And
about.
also, like, this churches right now in general are not immune to that, and there's a lot less people going to church than there
Right.
used to be, which means there's a lot less people funding the church than there used to be. A lot of churches are shuttering their doors. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I guess back to the conclusion here. I think referring to this group as a cult is like any other group. It's like a loaded thing to say, right? Words have meaning beyond their definitions, and people use words to mean certain things. So while it might not be exactly incorrect from a certain perspective, it's also not exactly helpful. Here's what I think. I tried to put this in as colorful way as I could. I think Andrew Keegan and all the people that have been drawn into his church over the time that they have been operational are all floating belly up in the lazy river of New Age spiritualism. And it's a long, long river that has existed long before them and will go on long after them. And I think it's important to note that it seems like this place and its practices are really in line with a lot of the things that have come before them, New Agey wise.
Yeah, they're a drop in the pond.
They're a drop in the pond. It didn't start with them. It's not just their thing, and it doesn't seem to have, added up to any particular abuse of people or demands of people that are unfair.
Yeah. I mean, everything you've presented to me seems pretty harmless.
Right. That said, I mean, all these things that they seem to be involved in are things we would never be involved in ourselves.
Right. I want to make a distinction. I think this group itself, from what we know of them, feels pretty harmless to me. It's like-minded people who want to be around other people who believe in the same kind of things, and they get something out of that, and that's okay. It doesn't seem like anyone's being limited or manipulated or forced to make choices they wouldn't normally make. But possibly some of the specific things that the people who are in this group or were in this group believe can be problematic.
Sure.
A lot of New Age beliefs, I think, can be very dangerous because a lot of times it has to do with your health and it has to do with other treatments for some very real ailments that might have another treatment in westernized medicine.
Right.
That would be more effective. And so I think there are problematic things that I'm sure these people who are in that church believe.
Yeah.
I don't think that the church necessarily, as far as we know,
Sure.
is, insidious or anything.
For some reason, I know this is so weird for me.
I know
in
it's weird for
particular.
us to be on this side of things.
I feel like I'm on an odd side of this issue, but here's the real reason. It's just that, first of all, it's not new ground for us on this show to make very clear bones about what it is that we think is silly, unscientific nonsense.
Right.
We have covered that in great detail, and will cover it in more detail going forward.
Also in detail.
In detail.
Which is where we drink tea while talking about it. You still get that hot sauce tongue.
But the reason that it was important for me in researching this to tell this particular version of this story is that I think sometimes certain things can be sensationalized for a quick buck in the news.
Right.
And I think that's unfair to people too.
Right.
You can take something that is a silly kind of organizational root belief system and turn it into creepy cult for quick ad money.
Right.
And I do think maybe that's what happened with Vice, and I don't think that was particularly fair. And I know that these people read it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is they were like Andrew Keegan in particular in some interview later, which I found as well, was like, yeah, it really hurts to see us represented that way.
Yeah.
And I believe it.
Yeah, well, especially if it's something you believe in and it means something to you to have someone, you welcome them in and you allow them in and you talk to them and you think you're treating them the way you treat anyone else in your group.
Yes.
And they turn around and they say you're a cult and
it felt nasty.
Right. And I get it. It is really easy to point and go, look at the goofballs.
Yeah.
But also there's a line to be drawn.
Yeah.
And maybe Vice aired a little on the wrong side of it this time.
Yeah.
I want to keep an eye out for them and see if anything comes of it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're ever coming back. I mean, I think they had plans to, if they could secure a space that they could afford.
Yeah.
I think they probably still have lots of people that would show up.
Right.
And sip kombucha and sit on, carpets in a circle arrangement and meditate together and all these different things. I'm sure that they would have the people to do it.
Yeah.
It's just that they're not around right now.
Yeah. And I kind of hope they persevere. It's weird to be rooting for this, but
I don't know. I feel like I'm making a crazy case here.
I don't think you are. I think it feels weird because usually we're on the other side of things.
Yeah.
Because usually the line is a lot more distinct.
Yes.
But the line hasn't been crossed here as far as what we can tell.
Yeah.
Unless in the future someone says otherwise, that there are any abuses that were occurring. And of course we will always side with that.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem like there have been. And it makes me sad to see something that clearly made a lot of people happy and they were happy to belong to. It makes me sad to see that go away.
Sure.
As someone who has I have groups that I belong to and that I, for example, roller derby. Half of the experience of it is being around like-minded individuals who have this thing in common and we're all supportive of each other and we like a lot of the same things and we have other things we believe in like community outreach and doing fundraisers and all this other stuff. If that went away, it would be a huge bummer. Not just for, the people involved, but the people outside of our group that we reach out to and help because, we're empowered as a group to do that thing. So I get that from someone who has groups they belong to. It's not hurting anyone for it to exist, and for it to go away would really suck. And that's kind of how I feel about this church. As far as we know, it's not hurting anyone for it to exist, and the fact that it went away seemingly because of gentrification is really shitty.
It is this subtle distinction that I want to be careful exactly what it is I'm saying here, because yes, I do really think, and I know you do as well, that believing in things like don't take medicine, there's a perfectly good herb for that,
right,
is damaging.
Right.
And it fucks people up, and it denies people actual treatment for things that they could actually be treated for.
Right. And that's kind of the distinction I was trying to make earlier.
Yeah.
I think some of the individual beliefs they have
Right.
aren't good.
But since we are, after all, a skeptical podcast, I was interested in looking against the prevailing narrative, and the only prevailing narrative there is what came out of what I think was kind of a sneaky Vice interview.
Yeah.
So in the interest of fairness of, being contrary to the prevailing narrative, I thought it was worth looking a little bit closer at that angle.
And let it be known that we have hearts and souls and can back up people who are, religious and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just because you believe someone believes something that we don't believe doesn't mean we're automatically going to be against it.
Right.
We could poke fun.
Yes.
And if it is harmful to people, definitely we're not going to like that. But I don't have any problem with someone having beliefs that aren't the same as mine, or someone believing in a religion. I just don't want people to impose that on other people or do harm to other people.
Right.
And I think it pays to be skeptical, but that works both ways.
Yeah.
It a lot of times it works out in the way that it usually does with us is, okay, this is a cult and it's insidious and we don't like it. But sometimes we have this, and I don't know, it's kind of heartwarming.
It felt easy. It felt like the easy thing to do would be to pile on the BS pseudoscience.
Right.
That's the easy thing to do, and it's a thing we've talked about a lot. But I think it's a little bit more difficult to look at all of the evidence of what's going on here and go, you know what? They're crazy. They're not any crazier than all this other shit. And maybe easy with the cult word a little bit.
Right. There's a lot of...
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mainstream religions, if you look at their ideas or their beliefs, are real bizarre. They're real out there. They're not any more or less crazy than a lot of these little fringe groups.
Yeah.
It pays to remember that.
Yeah, I wanted to level the field a little bit and just remind everyone that, for example, people like Keith Raniere are out there burning their initials into people's bodies.
Geez, I'm so glad.
Meanwhile, these people are
he
just
is
using
going
water
away.
crystals to pray for things. Like, that's not the same level
Right.
of fucked up.
Right.
So that's all I have. That's actually all
Well,
I have.
thank you for that. That's kind of, nice and heartwarming.
I don't know. It's definitely a departure.
It's sort of nice to sit down here and not hear about all of the horrible things the group is doing, because that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting something really creepy and insidious, and I didn't get that.
No, it's really, honestly, everything I could tell. And if I find more information, by
Right.
all means, I will correct myself on this.
And that stands for anything we talk about.
Yes.
If we find anything down the line that contradicts a sentiment we've stated before,
Yeah.
we have no bones about saying we were wrong.
Right. We like saying we're wrong because it means we get to be right.
Right, and you get to learn. I mean, you don't learn without admitting that you're fallible
Yeah.
and that you can make mistakes.
Yeah. Exactly.
I believe in that wholeheartedly.
Yes.
You can't improve yourself if you don't admit that you're not perfect.
Yeah, I think so too.
And there's always room to grow, and there's always room to get better at anything you do. So
I think everyone knows someone who never admits they made a mistake, and those people tend to be morons.
yeah. And,
Right?
And assholes.
They tend to be like stupid, maybe. And I don't want to be that person, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
We're gonna go watch 10 Things I Hate About You now.
Oh, but I want to watch Wild Country.
I want to watch it too, but
Yeah.
we have to watch 10 Things I Hate About You.
I want to drink the rest of this bottle of hot sauce because I'm
Don't-
invincible.
You're not invincible.
I'm not invincible.
I'm not taking care of you after you do that.
Davey have a boo-boo tummy.
What?
I know, I thought it would make you laugh.
It did. Davey have a boo-boo tummy. Putting that on a t-shirt.
And on that weird-ass note, thank you for listening to Goose Chase for another week.
Weird ass note.
Ass note. We will see you in another week with another episode. Thank you so much for listening.
Goose Chase.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.